Hello everyone, welcome to another video. I hope that you are very, very well. My name is Lizzie and today we are discussing Discworld adaptations, specifically for the screen, the TV and film adaptations of Terry Pratchett's Discworld books. In a couple of months, then, we are going to get the new animated movie for the Amazing Maurice and his educated rodents, and I am so excited. It's one of my favourite Discworld books. I think it might be the first Discworld book I ever read. It might not be. I can't remember if I read that or The We Free Men first. I'm so excited for it. It looks so good. So I thought we would chat about the ones that have come before, the ones that have paved the way to The Amazing Maurice. I'm only counting Discworld adaptations and only screen adaptations. So no radio plays, no stage plays, Good Omens isn't counting. We're just counting the 6 screen Discworld adaptations. I'm going to be ranking them, going from my least favourite to my absolute favourite, using a variety of different metrics. It is my personal opinion, my own enjoyment is going to be a big factor. Also, the quality of the overall product. A good adaptation is not necessarily a good film, but also the level of adaptation, how faithful they were, how closely they stuck with the spirit, if not the exact words, of Terry Pratchett's books. So coming in at number 6, this will surprise literally no one. I did a whole video about how bad it was, and that is The Watch, which is BBC America's kind of adaptation of the City Watch Discworld books. I'm not going to go into too much detail here because, as I said, I did a whole video on it, and there's a universal agreement, I think, that this is a terrible adaptation. Even the people who enjoy the show itself are like, no, it's not a good adaptation. The Terry Pratchett estate have distanced themselves from it. It's basically, they poached a few characters' names, not even the key character traits in some cases. They've taken names and places and run with it and made a completely new thing, which is fine, but they could have stuck with it and made a much better thing. So yes, I'm not going to say any more on that one. No surprises, is my least favourite of all of the Discworld adaptations. Now number 5 might be a controversial one. Some people may disagree with me on this one, and it's The Colour of Magic, the live action Colour of Magic. I mean, it's fine. It's fine. Of the 3 Sky live action ones, this is the one I've watched the least. It was okay. You know, it didn't blow me away. It has a ton of celebrities in, like loads of really famous people. And I remember seeing at the time, I think it was that like basically all of these hardcore Terry Pratchett fans who were also massive celebs came out the woodwork and were like, I want to be in it. So you do have some big names in it, and they all, you know, do a good job. I think The Colour of Magic is a very difficult one to adapt because it doesn't really have a story arc in the same way as most of the others. As I was planning this video, it occurred to me that what we need for Rincewind is a Monster of the Week show. That's what Rincewind needs. You know, every different set of Discworld books has a different format that would be best fitted to it, and I think that would be Rincewind's. I think the film version, it was okay, it was fine. Also, I wasn't like absolutely pumped with the casting for Rincewind. But yes, it's fine. Nothing to write home about. The Colour of Magic is not one of my favourite Discworld books. I think if it was, I might feel differently, but yeah, I'm not really fussed about this one. Now, 4th and 3rd place, they're fairly interchangeable. It basically comes down to which one is my favourite Discworld book. So in 4th place, I've put I think it's Channel 4 animated Wyrd Sisters, and in 3rd place, I've put the animated Soul Music. They're pretty much on the same level, I think. I just prefer Soul Music as like one of my favourite Discworld books. So in my personal ranking, it comes like a smidgen higher. These are both really fun adaptations. They're definitely for Discworld fans. You know, you wouldn't sit down... Saying that, I did get my brother to watch these, but he was a kid. When he was a kid, I made him watch them. But yes, they're definitely for Discworld fans. They're really fun. They're really faithful to the books. Yeah, it is kind of like watching the book on the screen. So in terms of the script adaptation, 10 out of 10, can't fault it. You know, they've done a really, really good job. And they're just a fun cartoon versions of two of the Discworld books. This kind of leads into saying about the Amazing Maurice being animated. I think the Amazing Maurice lends itself much more to being an animation. It's a children's book. It's about talking animals. It really lends itself to that. So these two, I get why. I mean, this kind of animation is probably cheaper than doing a full production. And again, there's some big names voicing some of the characters. So yeah, they're a fun adaptation for the hardcore Discworld fan. We're up to the top two, folks. We're up to the top two. So second place, and I think this may surprise some people, second place for me is Hogfather. So Hogfather is the one I watch the most because I watch it every Christmas. In my head, it's a Christmas film. So I watch it annually. It's the first... I think it was the first live-action Discworld adaptation, wasn't it? And I love Susan, one of my favourite characters ever. So in my head, Michelle Dockery, yes, she's Lady Mary, but first and foremost, she is Susan Stohellett. And I love this film and the story and the characters so much. They did such a good job of adapting it. The casting is 10 out of 10. The way that the story, they haven't lost like the essence of the story at all. It's such a good film. It's such a good adaptation, and it's so great. The reason it's not number one is if you were not a Discworld fan, I don't think you would enjoy this film very much. Feel free to disagree with me. If you are not a Discworld fan but love the film or know someone who is, please do disagree with me. But I don't think it stands on its own very well. But in terms of the adaptation as opposed to the finished product, easily the best out of all of them. So good. The visuals, the like set design, the vibe of all the music, I love it so much. And so number one, if you know the one that I haven't said yet, it is of course going Postal. I think this is the best in terms of a standalone film. It is a brilliant adaptation. It is a great cast. The Discworld vibes are just there, like the recreation of the world is so brilliant, so immersive. I love this so much. It's so good. And again, like with Michelle Dockery, in my head, Claire Foy isn't the queen. She's Adora Belle Dearheart. It's so good. Charles Dance is brilliant as Veterinary. And yes, this wins for... It's not the most faithful adaptation. There are a few tweaks. But I think they service the format of a film or a made-for-TV kind of two-parter. I think this services that much better. And this is the one that I would be very happy to show to a non-Discworld fan and not feel like I have to start off with. So there may be some things I don't understand because of this and this and this and this. I feel like I could just put this on, sit someone in front of it, and they would have a great time. The attention to detail, the little sort of things just dotted in here and there. It is a great adaptation, and I love it so much. I haven't watched that one in ages. I should watch it again. So there we go. That's my ranking of the Discworld screen adaptations, and I'm hoping, I have a good feeling about the Amazing Maurice. I think it might get that top spot. I'll let you know, but I think it might just steal that top spot. Let me know what your ranking is. Which one are your favourites? Have I made any controversial statements with my ranking? Do let me know, and give this video a like if you enjoyed it. I will see you next time. Ta-ra for now.